Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slow or above 40 gigabytes. See details.
This episode is brought to you by United Airlines. When you want to make the most of your vacation, book with United. They're an airline that cares about your travels as much as you do. United is transforming the flying experience with Bluetooth connectivity, screens, power at every seat, and bigger overhead bins to help fit everyone's bag. And with their app, you can skip the bag check line, get live updates, and more. Change the way you fly. Book your next trip today at united.com.
This is the first time we're recording in person, maybe since January.
Yeah, and it's going to be a short time because as soon as the sun starts going down, your girl cannot be behind the wheel.
The sun doesn't start going down to 6. We're going to be done well before that.
No. I mean, like, the months go on.
Gotcha.
Because usually it was like, the issue is that, like, we go between 2 things. Summer, it's really hot. Mm-hmm. And I can't explain why it's so hard for me to leave my house when it's hot.
And it's fine because it gives you extra time to get ready in the morning.
I just overheat quicker. And then the winter, I'm bustling with energy. Mm-hmm. But the sun goes down at approximately 15 minutes after you wake up.
Yes.
And then it's bumper cars. Uh-huh. And that's not safe for me or the people of Los Angeles.
No.
So we're in person today because we are going through... I don't even think a heat wave is enough of a word.
No, it just kind of popped up on us. And for all you bitches, and I'm using bitches in a derogatory way, for all you bitches that are like, ooh, it's fall. Bitch, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's 107 degrees today. You heard me. 107. You know what it was predicted? Like, so we just had Labor Day weekend, and our neighbors were like, hey, we're going to have like a fun barbecue with our friends and some other neighbors, like, come over. And we were like, oh, love it, for sure. And of course, Mats was like, do you think I should make gazpacho? Because Melissa, that's... When we first started dating, he's like, I can make you dinner. Do you want gazpacho? And I was like, first of all, I've never craved just gazpacho once in my life.
Never have I.
I haven't even had it up until we started dating. And I was like, I'm good. I will say, he was like, it's just really refreshing. And at this point, the projected temperature at the beginning of last week was in the 75 to 80. Mm-hmm. And we were all like, cool, this is fine. Like, this is great. We have not had what I would say is a scorcher of a summer. We've only had a couple of days that have gone that like are in the 90s. Like, we have not hit 100, maybe 1 or 2 days once you get like in the valley when I'm like going to like Lowe's and I'm like, ooh, it is hot over here. Not at my house, but it's hot over here. And so once we get to like the day before Labor Day, I looked at the temperature and I was like, holy shit, when did it happen that it was going to be like 92 degrees? Like, that's kind of crazy. And our neighbor was like, when we got there, she was like, I almost texted you being like, she was like, I was talking to my wife and I was like, oh my God, Megan's not gonna be able to come. It's too hot. Mm-hmm. And she was like, if you need to stay home, it's okay. And I was like, no, we're good. And I just like hung out in the shade. We went a little bit later and all of that. And then we were like, okay, cool. We've gotten through Labor Day. Swear to God, I checked the weather that next night and it said, 102, 103. Every day I keep checking the weather. It goes, nope, we're at 107.
Yeah.
It's actually unbearable and I hate it.
I hate it, and not because I'm outside, but because I'm inside and I have to turn my air conditioner down so low. It's because even on a regular night, I need it at 64. And I know this sounds very first world problem-y, but like I can't sleep.
No, yeah.
Like I
that's
legit
just
cannot
how
sleep.
your body
I've been
works.
waking up every day at 3:00 in the morning, staying up for 2 hours, and then going back to sleep until I have to wake up. And I've been directing an audiobook all week too, so I've been having to get up early as it is. It's been rough.
It's just so bad. And like the reason why I had to come here, because it's so hot, that makes no sense. Megan, you have AC now. We do. We from our insurance is making us get a new roof, even though we don't have to for at least another 5 to 7 years. They won't sign off unless it's 20 plus years or whatever. And we're not going to ask people to put their license on the line. So we're doing that. And they sprung it on us on Labor Day, on a holiday Monday, saying we're going to start tomorrow, 8 a.m. And we were looking at the weather going, holy shit. It's too fucking hot for them to do this. Like, it's so bad, but it's so loud, and I'm terrified for them. And like, we keep being like, we don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. And of course their boss is like, you got to do it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's why we are recording in person. And I will say, spending a lot of money on something like a roof, like, I can't even see that shit.
Right. It is protecting you.
Yeah, but it wasn't not protecting me before.
I know, but like, I understand. It's like out of sight, out of mind. I get it, but like, I gotta spend money on this?
No, I know. And I was telling, and like, Mods was like so annoyed. And I was like, well, here's the thing. Like, this is obviously better that we're fixing it or we're getting a new roof, not because it caved in and like we're having to deal with like the damages to our stuff and our home and like the structure and all of that. But yeah, it's like really fucking annoying that like we have to spend this money on it when we don't want to.
Yeah.
So my theory is that because we've had less fires, knock on wood, that they haven't been able to cash in insurance-wise on that, and they're making people get new roofs, specifically houses that are not as high of a risk for fire. And like 3 of the guys who came out to do specs or the bids, they were like, yeah, it's happening mostly in houses that are not in like prime fire territory, and they're just trying to like rake it in. And I was like, damn.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Horrible. How was your Labor Day weekend?
It was good. What did I do? I went.
Did you labor?
I did not. I did do some labor. I birthed a child into the world, but
you don't even know if she's kidding.
But I actually did take some time off on Monday.
Fun.
Me and my cousin, we just walked around Santa Monica.
Cute.
And had a cute day. That's what she said. This is such a cute day. It's actually like very, the temperature near the
water.
beach. Yeah, it's very, like, it was like, we were like, ooh, need a sweater.
Yeah, that's it. Like, when I try to explain to people who are like not from here, we're like, oh my God, let's go to the beach. And I go, bring a sweater.
The beach is chilly.
The beach will always be minimum 10 degrees colder, usually 20. Like, it will be cold.
Yes.
Sun goes down on the beach. Grab your jacket, grab your puffer.
Right. But it was nice because Labor Day, which, you know, a lot of people think about that being a holiday, but it's also, school has started, so the tourists aren't here. And also, like, you know, it's just local people that are around. So it was like, it was very, like, no one out. Like, felt like Christmas time.
My favorite time to go over to the beach.
Yeah. So, I mean, we didn't actually go to the beach, but we were just walking around. We went to a Chinese restaurant where we like grilled our own food. Oh, yeah. Went to Randy's. There's one now in Santa Monica.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When did it open?
Recently.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Went in some of the stores, recounted my story about seeing the Jenner girls at PacSun over there. We just had a good time.
What did you listen to?
As I drove over, I listened to Short and Sweet. It's very good.
Do you feel seen?
Yeah.
She's a good representative.
So. Very, very much so. I think I'm taller than her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Maybe like a half an inch, but yeah.
She's 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
You're not 5'1".
I'm 5, almost 1.
Yeah, but you're not 5 feet tall. You're also not 5'1".
I know.
And she's 5 feet tall, so you are taller than her.
Yeah. I said half an inch.
Exactly. Perfect.
But yeah, it's very good. I enjoyed it. I will fight back on something you said though.
Which one?
About you saying that there was R&B in it.
Yeah.
There's R&B. It's inspired by R&B, but she's not singing R&B.
No. She's not singing R&B.
Yeah.
But she's getting, her and Renee Rapp are like taking small steps, inching towards. Have you seen her cover? Have you seen Sabrina's cover of Jasmine Sullivan?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm fine. Like, let the pop girlies be pop girlies. And I love it.
And taking those influences from other genres into your pop songs, I love it. Especially if you know, and like you respect the genre, you know the references, you know who you're like interpolating or who you're sampling or whatever that is. I'm like, okay, perfect, great, amazing. Yeah. I don't like when Camila Cabello does
you can just end the sentence.
Yeah. Period. And then colon specifically, I mean, one of the examples of the lesser evil examples is like she released like a hyperpop album that just like sounds like Wannabe Charlie XCX, but like that's not her vibe or her genre or whatever. And I'm like, no, you can't just like take that without having been like, it's not like she's covering people. Like she's not like a fan. Like, you know, Sabrina Carpenter and Renee Rapp have been saying for decades how much of a fan when they cite like the singers who are their inspiration.
Yes.
They are R&B singers.
Yeah. Does Camille does she know who she is?
No, I don't think so.
Does she think she's Sabrina Carpenter right now?
No, Melissa, the way I would have a restraining order, the moment I opened my Instagram and I saw Camila Cabello with her curtain bangs, her bleached blonde hair, wearing the same outfit that I wore on the cover of my single of Espresso on a boat.
And singing Espresso.
I would be like, woo, somebody alert the police.
Right.
Like, somebody alert the police. This girl is trying to like, and also I have to say, all of this over Shawn Mendes. When she said that song, like, he's going to pin you down and like something with his tongue. And I was like, is that why these girls are fighting so hard?
No, thank you.
Over this man?
But back to short and sweet.
Yeah.
What's like your favorite song on the album?
Oh my God. I mean, I love so much. I mean, I have been a fan of hers for so long. I've been like trying to get everybody to listen to her for so long. And so I like different songs for different reasons. So I love Juno because to me it's like such a her song. And like the same way that Espresso is in the sense of like everything's kind of like a pun or like a innuendo or whatever. And Juno is like I like that as like the whole like story arc line of a song because she has another song from a while ago called Sue Me, which is like, so sue me like for like having fun, whatever. But it was literally based off her old record label who had sued her. And she like had come up with this whole time and it's like this whole other thing, but it's just like a very simple line and like her being like, I want you to get me pregnant, and then being like, you made me Juno. And I was like, wait, that's actually fun. Especially, but I've been seeing people who are like, what's a Juno? And I was like, okay.
Oh, God.
And I'm burying myself alive. I love Good Graces. I love Bad Chemistry. Sharpest Tool I love because only she could make a song that's so beautiful, calling Shawn Mendes dumber than a stack of bricks. Like, she goes, you're dumb as fuck. I love that. I also not weirdly, but like, I love Slim Pickens. It makes me like twangy country.
Yeah. But
Juno, I love all of it. To me, this is a no skip album.
Yeah, I agree.
And I haven't had one of those since Cowboy Carter.
I really like Please, 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 even though, you know, it's a radio single. But I
love it. Did you see the music video?
Yes. I like how, because the song, it seems like it's a begging song, but it's not.
No.
It's like,
she's like, clean up your fucking act. Don't
embarrass me. Yes.
You fucking loser. Yes.
And Bedkim is my second favorite, but like I've listened to it at least 5 times now. It's very good.
So good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Finally
we can align.
Finally you listen. Finally, you and Kyle will listen to Sabrina Carpenter.
I don't know how many times I've told you. It's not Sabrina Carpenter that you it's Chapel Rowan.
Chapel Rowan. No, she was one. That was no Sabrina Carpenter. I was telling you about her EP I don't even know. I think I was listening to it here, and you're like, "Oh, what is that?" And you're like, "Oh, that's good." And then we listened to Josie and the Pussycats after, and then we listened to Ashley Simpson, and I was like, "Okay, yeah. Those ones." But I remember I was like, "Oh," and I told Kyle the same thing. I was like, "You have to listen to Sabrina Carpenter," and he was like, "Okay," and then he never did. And I said, "Thing with Chappell Roan," and then he sent me Chappell Roan's Coachella performance, and I said, "You bitch! The fact that you wouldn't send it to the precursor of I'm so sorry, I have not been listening to you for the last year and a half." But yeah, I love her, and I love her like little aesthetic. I love her whole branding. I think she's doing a very good job.
Yeah.
And she's famous because she won the Miley World competition, which was on Miley Cyrus's fan page. She was a child, and you had to like sing a Miley Cyrus song. Oh, she like ranked. She didn't win. She was like a fan. People really liked her. And
then Disney snatched her up.
Yeah, I want to say she probably was already auditioning and like doing kind of stuff like that, but it's like a good opportunity to do that. But I actually know the girl who won, named Amy. We're like still mutuals, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. And like know her just from social media. But that's like how she blew up. I think she did Hoedown Throwdown, like Land in the Hut, and she's like a child. And I was like,
interesting.
Yep, she stays being a pop girl. Hoedown Throwdown. There's a whole dance.
Okay.
It was cute. I loved it. Well, I'm glad you like it.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests to share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
You sent me something about nudist, but like it wasn't clickable. What was it? You just screenshotted me, even though it was a video.
Yeah, but I didn't want to watch it.
Okay, but like, why didn't you send me the link instead of just sending me a screenshot of a video? What am I supposed to do with that?
Here's the thing: I don't want to engage with this content.
You
because
could just
it will then
send me
feed
the link. I feel like
I know how algorithms work.
I feel like screenshotting is more in the algorithm. They know.
Don't say that, because I always screwed. Yeah, so it was, the headline is neighbor of missing California nudist suspected in their disappearance. There's a nudist camp in LA, I guess. Here, I'll search it up. And maybe this is just your sign that like you shouldn't be a nudist because they disappeared. And for some reason they're correlating the two.
People disappear every day.
I know, but they're citing it in that way.
Of course there's
they're old white
nudist camp in Corona.
Mm-hmm. In Redlands. Oh, he was arrested at the nudist resort. A 62-year-old man was arrested last week at a Southern California nudist resort in connection with the disappearance of his neighbors. And he's been charged with 2 counts of murder.
Yikes.
What? Oh my God, this man got in an armored standoff with the armed suspect. This isn't, I cannot stress this enough. This is an old white man. This is a man who is 62 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. He murdered them and then stashed them under his home.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So he was at the nudist resort. So
okay. Was he hiding out or is he a nudist? Like he thought he would like...
I'm going to tell you right now, by the look of him, I think he was a nudist.
Okay.
Because there's something about an older white man in a specific genre of older white man.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know if he, thought it was like a place of refuge where he could go and then they wouldn't come because why would they raid a nudist place?
Yeah, they'd be go, oh no, they're naked. We're sorry, we actually can't go. Honestly, maybe it was both. Maybe he thought he could do both. Wait, so where does the nudist part come in? Because apparently he was hiding in his home.
So maybe he's just a nudist.
I know. Where's
That's just
the
his title.
Nudist part?
What's his name?
His name is Michael Royce Sparks. He's a resident at a California nudist resort. That doesn't sound like you can live there.
Maybe if he's a resident
at
of
a
the resort.
So then they're all nudists then?
I guess. How do you spell his last name?
Royce, R-O-Y-C-E, Sparks.
I thought it was one.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, I guess it is. They live there.
Olive Dale Ranch is the name of it. A family-friendly nudist resort. Disgusting.
Well, here's the thing. Like, that's the whole point is like,
it's not sexual.
It's not supposed to be sexual, which I totally understand. But there are people who then make it sexual. And I wonder what the filtering process of that is. Ooh, it only has 2.1 stars. Holy shit, Melissa. It's an RV park.
That's what I was about to say.
It's
an RV park. And so it's 100 acres. There's 5 miles of hiking trails, pool. There's a clubhouse, but it's RVs.
They've got bingo.
You can have like permanent trailers there.
Melissa, there's bingo.
They've got dancing, trailer dance,
glow dance party, trailer trash dance. But they have an annual 5K bear burro race. I'm sorry, running 5 kilometers?
Yeah.
In my skivvies? In my birthday suit? And also, if I was that old, those titties would actually impale me.
Yes.
That sounds dangerous.
Their weekly events include clubhouse bingo, karaoke, and Texas Hold'em.
I love that for them. Oh my God, they're all in a pool together naked. I'm sorry. That is too much for me.
What did you think was
the
happening
shared
in the
body
pool?
of water is too much for me.
There's only a thin layer of material separating you.
Yeah, no, it's all about how my how my psyche handles it. Psychologically, nah. I guess you can see if people are slightly more clean. You'd hope.
They probably have like showers set up everywhere and people are constantly cleaning.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably have like a much more regulation with that.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the story.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Your screenshot did nothing.
Did you see the Dancing with the Stars cast list?
Yes. Well, not list. I've just seen 3 people that we've talked about numerous times. First, we've got Ilona.
Uh-huh.
So excited for her.
Gonna be great.
Yeah. She's my number 1.
Pick to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Steve, the gymnast boy.
Uh-huh.
And then we have Anna Delvey.
What, that you paw?
And so I don't know what's going on with her right now. I don't know who her publicist is, but I've seen
I don't even think she needs one.
Numerous but it seems like right now she's like picking up on stuff.
That is because her house arrest had been lessened in August.
Okay.
So she's hitting the ground running. I think she's her own publicist because I don't think anyone she pays could be as good as her.
True.
Like, she is her own wonderful PR.
I've seen her popping up in ads.
She's everywhere.
Her ankle is in full display.
And she's planning on, actually her friend is planning on bedazzling it for her for the dances. I think it's crazy because it was kind of like that Kris Kardashian meme where it's like, what if you just called Taylor up? She goes, so I just called Ice up and I was like, can I go? And they said, sure. And I was like, bitch, I'm sorry. The out specifically for her to come to California and talk about calling Ice up and they said she could do it. I'm like, holy fucking shit. This is like the most like insane.
Yep.
And you know what? She, I think, is the first person on house arrest to participate in Dancing with the Stars, which is surprising because Sean Spicer was on Dancing with the Stars. And unfortunately, he was a free man.
Yes.
And remains a free man as far as I know.
Who else is in the cast?
Somebody who, the new Bachelorette, her name is Jen. No, Melissa. I didn't watch this season, but I saw these fucking clips. She apparently had like the worst crop of men ever. Like they were like horrible. And she also like she's like the first Asian Bachelorette.
I knew that about
and
her. Oh my gosh.
Everybody's like, Rachel Lindsay should have like this was like a very clear Rachel Lindsay
should have been
setup. It was a setup where it was just like they cast a fucking racist on Rachel's season. And she had to be like, she had to find out that he was racist face to face and then be like, what do you mean you didn't know this? And like fans figured all this shit out before. And so, you know, every season that they don't have a white lead, everyone's like hoping they've done a little fucking better. And the issue that they had from the beginning was that they announced, it's like the latest announcement of who is the Bachelorette. So she was in the top 3, but there was the top 2 who fans wanted. They really wanted them. And one's a white girl. The other one, as far as I know, she's Canadian.
Okay.
She hangs out with Drake.
Okay.
Yeah. And she seemed like she was like very cool. Like I think she's like, seems like probably a very fun time. She definitely got like ganged up on by some of the other like girls on the season. Like she's very fun, very cool, but she's too cool for the show. She's like Tyler Cameron. She was never going to be the Bachelorette. Like she just wasn't. And so she was too cool. She's Tyler Cameron. Do you know who Tyler Cameron is?
No.
So he was the one who was one of the runners up on Hannah Brown's season, and he went to date Gigi Hadid. So like Maria was already too cool for the franchise. There was no way she was ever going to be the Bachelorette, and so people really wanted this other girl, Daisy, who's conservative, blonde white girl Daisy, or they wanted Maria. And I go, there's no way you're getting Maria. Like I didn't even watch the season. I go, this girl is friends with famous people. She does not need to be the lead on this show. She's got a great personality. She's very funny. She's quick on her feet. She stands up for herself. Like all the clips I've seen, I like loved her on that season. But I'm like, she's not gonna do this. No, she's too good for this show. She's not gonna fucking do it. And like in a way that like she doesn't need it. I'm pretty sure her family comes from like well off and you know, she had a fun time, but like she had a kind of a shitty experience too. Like the girls were not very nice to her. And so then there was the third girl who was Jen, but they did not release who the Bachelorette was going to be until like way, way, way late. So they had all of the applications come in. And so all of these guys, and they're really making it seem it's going to be Maria or it's going to be Daisy. And they're really making it seem like that. And then it leaks that they filmed like hometowns with these people, like their packages and like who knows it's going to be. And then at the last minute, they announced that it's Jen. And people are really mad. And then you know what white people do when they're mad? They resort to racism immediately. Yep. And it was just like shitty and fucking bad. And like I don't know enough to know if either of the other girls are to like blame about any of that. But so she was already like uphill battle of people being like, I wanted these other girls or whatever. And it's like, fuck that. I've seen a couple interviews with her before her season and she seems like chill. Like she seems like she's giving me like Taurus or like Aquarius energy. Like does not give a fuck. Like just chill, very cool, but not like overly bubbly and like trying to get everyone to like her. She's like, if you don't like me, like I don't really care, whatever. And they cast all these guys. All these guys went on thinking it was going to be Daisy or thinking it was going to be Maria. And all of the fans were thinking it was going to be Daisy or it was going to be Maria. And so she like had that complex, worrying about that. And then she should have been worried about that because that was like all of the fucking guys. They get to the end and apparently the guys were shitty. Like all of them were bad. Get to the end, she says she wants to propose to this guy. So she does. He proposes back to her. She's so happy, ecstatic. It's wonderful, amazing. And like a A week later, he calls her up on the phone and ends it with her. She gets no explanation. Like, she's trying to talk about it, nothing. And he just goes and follows Maria on Instagram.
Wow.
And then ABC said, the finale's happening. And just as you're about to watch Proposal, Jesse Palmer comes on screen and says, we can't show this to you because we have to talk about something else. So they bring they bring Jen on, the Bachelorette, and they bring the man who dumped her. And she gets up there, explains what happens, is sobbing. Apparently, from the clips I've seen, can hardly speak. Like, she's heaving. Makes her sit there, talk to him, and then he says, do you want to watch the proposal? And she literally is like, do I have a choice? Cuts. They start watching it. The entire time, they have a video of her in the corner, hysterically sobbing, watching her propose to this man who literally just dropped her a fucking week later over the phone. And I was like, horrible. So, all that to say, ABC realized they fucked up, and people think that I think it was having a hard time, the episode loading on Hulu yesterday, and so people are like, I think they're going back and trying to fucking edit that part out, because, it was so bad, it was so cruel for no fucking reason. You could have showed it and then brought them on. You didn't have to give us the reveal ahead of time and then have us have a split screen watching her watch this sob hysterically next to the guy who did this to her while we watch her propose. That's diabolical. And so at the last minute, they start shooting Dancing with the Stars next week or something. They cast her. They put her on it. And I was like, good, but why the fuck would you put this girl through this shit?
Yeah.
Horrible. I'm glad I stopped watching that show. It's unnecessarily cruel.
Yeah. Unreal was all I needed.
Yeah, and it's not even Love Island where they get to fuck and swear and be funny. You're making people be buttoned up and then you're fucking with their lives.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Merry Christmas, everybody! My name's Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody! Let's go!
Who else is on it?
We've got Phaedra Parks, who I do not like.
Yeah.
I'm vocal about it. Did you see the video clip I sent you?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't like her either. And my only experience with seeing her on Traders, she is wonderful reality TV.
She is wonderful reality TV, but she's an awful person.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think those can be hand in hand for a lot of the time.
But when you lie on somebody about
that's crazy.
Assault, then no.
And treat it like it was just a casual thing of
yeah. Yep. Then we've got some man. I don't know who he is. He's a football player.
Don't know.
Danny, doesn't matter.
Don't care.
Another man, I don't know who he is. His name's Joey.
He was the one.
Oh, a Bachelor.
Yeah, so it's the first time they've ever had two Bachelor franchise people on.
Alona, of course.
Gorge, love the outfit.
Chandler Kinley, I don't know who she is either. She's in the Disney Channel Zombies franchise.
Good for her.
A lot of, actually, Disney Channel things.
Oh, good for her.
Also, Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin.
Nice. She probably knows Kenny Ortega.
And the Summer School one.
Cool.
Anna Delvey, of course.
Yes.
Eric, I don't know any of these men.
Who's that man?
Eric Roberts.
Wait, that's Emma Roberts' man?
Is it? Yep.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yep, that is who that is. Actually, now that I'm looking in his face, yes.
He's a bad guy. He apparently is one of the worst actors to work with. Like he's just horrible.
Yes, I've heard awful things about him. Brooks Nader.
Oh yeah, she's a model, I think.
Yeah. I thought he died. Reginald Vell Johnson, who's the dad from Family Matters and like in all the Carl Winslow.
Oh, who died then? No, I you could have asked me to bet my life on that.
Yeah, and he plays a cop in so many things, Die Hard and stuff.
No, I thought that man was no longer with us.
I did too.
Okay.
I was like, y'all can't see us
from beyond the grave.
I literally looked at Megan and I was like, I thought he died.
No, Melissa, yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's still with us.
I'm so glad he's still with us. And it has nothing to do with his talent or nothing like that. It was just, I just thought
he was gone.
It just happens. Yeah. It's a mix up. Sometimes it happens. Stop scrolling up. It's like seeing a ghost.
Jen Tran, who we just talked about. Dwight Howard.
What?
Interesting. Steven, the
with
gymnast.
His glasses. Do you think he'll wear the sports mode glasses?
He's gonna have to do something
on the back.
He can't see.
Nope.
And that's it.
What a cast. I have to say, I'm really glad that I really need us to stop with the Sean Spicer vibes. Like, has Condoleezza Rice done it? I feel like she did.
I don't think she would ever want to.
Well, I know
she's very quiet into herself.
Mm-hmm. You know, Jocelyn's condo used to be hers. Jocelyn bought her old condo.
It wasn't Condoleezza's. It was Omarosa's.
You're right. It was it's Omarosa who was on the reality.
Yeah, I was
show.
like Condoleezza
Rice wasn't. But to me, Condoleezza Rice is someone they would try and get on Dancing with the Stars.
And she would never do it.
Probably
She's
not.
She's so private. Like, she rarely does interviews these days.
I could so see her being like on their top of, if they had their political list of who they'd want. Condoleezza Rice, who's I can see Alaska from my house.
Didn't she do it?
Oh, that feels like this feels like their vibe of people. Tommy Lauren feels like their vibe.
What's that woman's name?
I don't know. I can see Alaska from my house.
I'll just put that in.
Palin.
Yeah, Sarah Palin. I'm pretty sure she's already done it.
I feel like they would like her and Bristol against each other.
Dancing.
Question. Is her full name Bristol?
No. She was at Dancing with... Oh, she was watching her daughter.
Oh my God.
And they booed her.
Melissa, I could be a Dancing with the Stars casting.
Yep. She got booed.
Do you think her middle name is Farm? Bristol Farm Palin?
I don't think they know what Bristol Farms is.
Is Bristol Farms not nationwide? No. It's like a small grocery store here. Bristol Farms. Wow.
Bristol.
Who else I could see from conservative? Without a doubt, Tommy Lauren.
It's Sharon Marie.
That's a one name?
It's two names, but Bristol Sharon Marie Palin.
Okay. It's a lot. Yeah. That's a name.
Uh-huh.
Anything
is
can
her
be
name.
A name.
Uh-huh.
It is her name.
Yep.
You're right.
I was like, is Sarah Palin's... Nope, it's Heath, which that also is a name. I was going to say, is her maiden name Sharon? No, it's Heath.
Okay. Wow. I think they would also cast Dorinda. I think they would also cast Prometheus.
Didn't she do it already?
Maybe I'm just...
I think you're just naming people that have been on it.
I don't watch the show. The only time I ever watched it was when Sasha was on.
Dorinda from Cheetah Girls. I think she won maybe.
Yeah, she gives that vibe.
Sabrina Bryan.
Like, I know Christina, I know like the figure skaters do it. I know like Olympians. I still think it's crazy that Zendaya did it. And usually for actors, it's kind of like the end of your career. Mm-hmm. Like, it's what you do once you're like slowing down, you're ready to like land yourself a nice little cushy spot on the Hallmark Channel, like have that Lacey Chabert gig. But Zendaya did it when she was young, and
that makes sense to me for her.
Oh, without a doubt. I think it's like a great move. And like,
they went to the Disney Channel. They're like, let's get somebody to bring in the children. And she's done.
She's a dancer.
Yeah, she's a dancer, and she's done like She did a lot of random things as she was coming up.
Well, to me, it's great PR because they also used her like red carpet fashion moments, and this is how you got to see her in different looks. And like the fashion and like the costuming for the show is like renowned to be like very good, and you can have a lot of input as someone on it. And I was like, that's a smart move.
Yep,
very smart.
Dorinda came in 7th place, so she did not win.
Oh, so sorry.
But I knew she was on it. I don't even watch the show either.
I feel like it's like maybe casting it is actually quite easy. Like maybe it's just like, yeah, this is how it works. You pick and you pick and you pick and you plop together. You know who I would kill to see on it because she would eviscerate all of them, but she never would, and they would also never ask her, is Z-Way. Yes, there's a step and repeat like of press where after you're done and everyone just like walks down the line, and if you've got like a big personality, like people like pay attention to listen to that one person. And I was like, the way that she would turn that interview out, like reverse so quickly, she would be I'd be obsessed. I'd be obsessed with like the song choices, like whatever she did.
But I feel like she would only be there for like one episode.
Well, yeah, because they would go, "Uh-oh, what did we get ourselves into?"
Yeah,
to eviscerate us.
She,
I feel like she'd do it for plot, but I don't think she
gives
do the whole show.
No, I've seen her dance. Actually, never mind. I take that back.
Oh,
the video that she had with the other girl that was on Girl Meets World, the main
Rowan
girl.
Blanchard.
Yeah. The one that was like, it's okay to be gay or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
It was Z-Way's, like a song that was in Z-Way's show.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're right. Yeah, she did do a little dancing.
It was something like that.
Yeah. She did a little dance.
To buy a song. Oh, Am I Gay?
Yeah.
Am I Gay? That's what it was. But she did a lot of dancing in the...
Hey everyone, join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
Each week, we deliver 4 fun-filled shows.
In Don't Blame Me, we tackle our listeners' dilemmas with hilariously honest advice.
Then we have But Am I Wrong, which is for the listeners that didn't take our advice. Plus, we share our hot takes on current events.
Then tune in to see you next Tuesday for our listener poll results from But Am I Wrong?
And finally, wrap up your week with Fisting Friday, where we catch up and talk all things pop culture.
Listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Do you love Disney? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. There is nothing we don't cover.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed, but you definitely need in your life. So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
In those.
I would also die to see Emily Ratajkowski on there. No connection. There's like no segue between those things. But I would die to see her on it because like I say this earnestly. I don't think she can. I doubt that she can dance. But to see the way that like a family friendly show and a girl who like showed her today's music video on there, the way America, like I'm like, some people just want to see the world burn, and that person is me.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that. I bet the Chrisleys have all been on it or have offered to be on it.
Yeah, aren't they in jail?
Yeah, but hey, maybe they could call it up, call up San Quentin and say, "Hey, can I have a vacation to do Dancing with the Stars?" And they'll go, "Sure." So crazy. Well, that's Dancing with the Stars. I will not be watching, but I support Jen because what a horrible fucking thing.
I'll be watching clips.
They should put Sophia LaCourte on there too.
I don't know who these people are.
Melissa,
you just say names.
It's that redhead girl who, she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know he was your property. He wasn't wearing a collar. With her transatlantic accent.
Is she
Melissa,
like
she's getting
famous?
No, she's getting so diabolical. And I want to make a TikTok, but like, you know, their personality or how someone carries themselves, you can just tell that they've never had a threat of physical violence in their life, or they've never been hit, they've never been in a fight, nothing. And I'm like, you are so bold with the words that you say, thinking that you're invincible. Like, the way that she says shit, I was like, someone is going to walk up to you on the street and punch you in the face. Like, this is It's like she's rage baiting so fucking hard. She literally did this one thing of being like, oh, like, ring, ring. Oh, hello. It's for you. I call bullshit. And I'm like, you're a Disney Channel villain and you leave your house and go grocery shopping? Like, that's wild to me. Wild.
You're talking about her, though.
I know, but I'm like, whoo. Terrifying. Well,
all right.
I hope the stars dance.
They'll have a good time.
They will. They'll samba. They'll shake it. Mm-hmm. Do a little foxtrot.
Well, thank you for listening. We'll see you on Monday for But Am I Wrong? Tuesday for See You Next Tuesday. And Thursday for Don't Blame Me. And then we'll be back here on Friday where you'll get dry-fisted again.
Ooh. Bring your own lubrication.
BYOL.
Great. I was hoping you'd do that because I can't come up with those. I can't do the acronyms that quick. Goodbye.
Bye.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Lauro, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth. Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.